Okay, here we go. So, welcome everyone. It's Thursday. I was thinking today we keep it real nuts and bolts, and just focus on, um, yeah. So some of the elements that, in my experience, make a gratitude practice really effective. So, let's a quick definition of what is gratitude. So, first and foremost, it's an embodied experience. So, it's not an intellectual idea or a concept that just happens between our ears. It's an actual felt sense, or there's a feeling tone to when we experience gratitude. It's in the body, like we know it when it's there. Um, and it does accompany this awareness that something good has happened. So we've benefited from someone doing something, or life, or the sun is shining instead of it being pelted by hail. Like something's happening to us, and we're aware that it's happening, and we can feel it in our body. And the coolest thing about gratitude is that there's this moment where we realize it's a gift. Like there's nothing that I've done to deserve or earn the sunshine, or the fact that this person is, like in this picture, is pulling over by the side of the road and saying, "Hey, man, can I help you change your tire?" It's just happening uh, through grace, through circumstance, whatever it might be. And in my experience, real gratitude registers when we feel it in the body, and we know that, wow, things could be so different, but right now it's all in my favor and it's just happening to me. That's the To me, that's the essence of gratitude. And so there's when we practice gratitude, here's some things that I thought we could focus on today. So one sort of pro tip here is focusing on depth over breadth. So I know there's lots of gratitude practices out there where it's just like, make a list of 10 things you feel grateful for. In my experience, it's more useful to focus on one thing and go deep on it, rather than staying at the surface and just sort of rack up you know, oh, I had ice cream, I had this, I had that, like pick one and go deep. And then list the facts, like get really clear about what actually happened, who was there, what did they say, what happened, what were the facts about the the event or the transaction that took place. Get as personal as you can, in the sense that, like, focusing on the specific individuals that were involved, rather than generalities of, you know just, yeah, things in general. Like, get really specific about the people. Be specific, in terms of, so moving beyond the facts, it's being specific about, how did it impact me. What was the had things gone differently, how might that have impacted me. So really getting into the weeds of, why this feels good. And then last but not least is this idea of, um, spending a little bit of time imagining or realizing that this could have been very different. Like, things could have gone in a completely different direction, but they didn't. But what would have happened? What would my life or my circumstance have been like, had had the good stuff not happened? So, okay, so let's try that. So start by closing your eyes. Take a couple minutes just to drop in, noticing the body breathing, connecting with some sense of stillness. Even in the midst of a really busy, hectic day, there's the eye of the hurricane, and it's still in there. And then start opening up to a memory, or something that you experience gratitude for. something that's working well in life, something that you're the beneficiary of. And then really drop into that experience. Like, what exactly is it that's happening? Who's involved? How does it feel in the body? Like, what is the embodied experience? Noticing that you are the beneficiary of this situation, and then list the facts. Like, what exactly is happening? What are the actual specific events, chain of events that's leading to this situation where you have this experience of, oh, lucky me. Getting personal, and really focus on the people involved, some of whom you might know, some are complete strangers. It doesn't really matter. It's really just noticing that there were individual people involved in creating the circumstance that is beneficial to you. Just noticing them and acknowledging them, and then noticing specifically what is it that they did or said that ended up being helpful or feeling good. And then the last step is just imagining if none of that had happened, how different your life or your experience would be. So it all went down in a certain way. As people did things, they behaved a certain way, the stars aligned, you were there, you got to experience this positivity. And just appreciating the sort of the luck and circumstance involved by imagining that what if they weren't there? What if the timing had been different? What if things were different for you and you weren't there to receive this gift? In my experience, it makes the gratitude that much sweeter when we realize like it's so much of it is luck. So just noticing how lucky we are in that situation is a big part of the process. And again, really feeling in the body, where does this awareness, the good luck, where does it live? Where do you feel it? Noticing the belly, chest, your hands. I've learned that over the years, the more I practice gratitude, the easier it gets for me to have these micro moments of gratitude throughout the day, like really small things that maybe in the past would have just been glossed over. But now there's more and more of these like really acute little moments where I'm like, oh wow, that's so cool that that just happened and I noticed it and I'm aware of it and I can feel in my body where it's registering and there's a sweetness to that that I think is really worth cultivating. Take a deep breath in through the nose, slow out breath through the mouth. Make it as long and slow as you can, relaxing your neck, shoulders, your chest. Keep pushing out and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In through the nose, slow out breath. As long and slow as you can make it. And then hold the out breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do one more really, really slow. In, out. Try to control the out breath as much as you can, like keeping it as low and slow as you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the body breathe. And taking in if there's something about having spent a few minutes focusing our attention on gratitude and sort of some of these nuances of what it's like to feel grateful and gratitude. That changes just your experience of this moment yourself. Right, open your eyes, come on back. And that's what we got for today. Um, yeah, hope to see you all tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.